Okay, so let's talk about dividing fractions for a moment. I want you to take a look at the class notes and you'll see some step-by-step directions on there. But in the meantime, I want you to think of fried chicken. So keep, change, flip. It's actually a little bit backwards, but I like to think of KFC like the chicken. So we're going to keep the first fraction, change the division to multiplication, and flip the second fraction. So in this example here, I have 2/21 divided by a -20/3. So I'm going to write my little KCF over the top. And I'm going to, again, keep the first fraction, so I'm just going to rewrite that. I'm going to change division to multiplication, and then I'm going to flip or do the reciprocal of -20/3. Now, the negative doesn't matter, it's still going to stay there, but now this is going to turn into 3/20. Now, multiplying fractions, normally I'm just going to multiply straight across, but if I multiply 21 times 20, I'm going to come up with a really large number that's going to be hard to reduce. So what I would recommend is first factoring any numbers I can possibly factor and canceling or dividing by the number itself to get 1 and getting these as small as possible. So let's start with 2 is prime, so I'm just going to rewrite it. 21, though, I know can be broken down into 3 times 7. So I'm going to write there. And then I've got a -3. And then I know that 20 can be broken down. I'm going to do it over here. 20 can be broken down to 4 times 5, but then 4 is not a prime number. I can break it down to 2 times 2. So I know that 20 breaks down to 2 times 2 times 5. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and multiply straight across, and then I'm going to start canceling. So I get 2, and I'm going to times, I'm going to put the negative up here with the 3. The negative doesn't matter in this case, because remember, a positive times the negative. If you think back to your smiley faces, he's sad, he got punched in the eye, so that's negative. So I already really know that my answer is going to be negative. So I'm just going to get rid of that for the moment. So I have 2 times 3 on top. And then I have 3 times 7 times 2 times 2 times 5 on the bottom. Now, I know that this 2 and this 2, 2 divided by 2 is 1. So I'm going to cross those out and put little 1s. And I know that this 3 and this 3 can be crossed out because 3 divided by 3 is also 1. And put my 1s. Now, 1 times 1 on top is going to give me a 1 on top. And then I have left a 7, a 2, and a 5. So 7 times 5 is 35 times 2 is 70. So my final answer is -1/70. So again, I kept the first fraction. You always change your division to multiplication when you divide fractions, and then flip or do the reciprocal of the second fraction.